Well, thank you. And that is exactly why our whistlers are here for you today as well, because they absolutely love to perform. And we are just so honored to have so many incredible whistlers, world champions, and accomplished musicians here today to perform for you. Now, tonight is something really special. You probably saw in your program, world premiere, and I just want to explain a little bit about what that means. There has been an ongoing competition in the United States and in the world for just over 40 years in North Carolina. And the way that we always do it was just like this morning. We have a pre-recorded music track, and then we whistle for you, and it's wonderful. And I wanted to create something that was just a little bit different. I really am interested that whistling becomes the instrument of respect that it deserves to be. And I believe, and we here at the Masters of Musical Whistling believe that that is done through live music, because nothing really touches the soul like live music. It really is just such a magnificent feeling. And so I wanted to bring that to you, and I wanted to bring that to the world. So that is why it's a world premiere, because this is the first ever all-live band, all-live multiple whistler concert that's ever happened that we've ever heard of. You know, at least in this millennium, and probably the last, you know. Thank you. Thank you guys for making it possible. Can we just start off? You don't even know how great they are yet, but let's give it up for our band. They've been working so hard already. Thank you all so much. You guys have just been working so hard, and I really thank you for that. So I want to start by introducing somebody really special to me, our MC, and his name is Mitch Hyder, and he lives in Eugene, Oregon. And I said, Mitch, I'm having a World Championship Whistling Festival, and given the fact that you have been hosting the Whistlers Convention for decades, I need you to come here to make me legitimate. And so he said no, and then I said, I'll pay you. He said yes. So he's a wonderful talent. He's an artist in the style of vaudeville excellence, and he really brings history to life. And I'm honored to call him a friend, and I'm just most excited to introduce him to you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our MC, Master of Ceremonies for the Masters of Musical Whistling live music concert, Mitch Hyder.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to do starting off with a little medley of some familiar old tunes, some of them associated with whistling. Whistle along, your Andy Griffiths theme. We're going to the second part. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. Lady, be good to me. Who knows that one? Good, bad, and the ugly. That's my medley. Thank you. Before we get started, I want to bring Carole Kaufman out again for a song.
Thank you so much, Mitch. And yes, I have to say it, he's whistling while he works, right? He's the only one getting paid around here, so oh, groans. Okay, I deserve that. That's all right. That's what I usually do to people who say that to me. So most recently, I go along, like a lot of our whistlers, I like to perform. And I've had the opportunity to perform for many brunches and many events and private parties and public parties. And what people keep asking me, they say, Carole, you're amazing. Could you do something within the last 3 decades, please? So I've probably had Mitch as my mentor a little bit too long because I tend to steer towards my standards. So I succumb to peer pressure. And I would like to present for you a little song called Royals by Lord. for our band one more time, please. Thank you. In just a moment, I'm going to invite Mitch out one more time. And first, I just want to go back and say thank you very much for your patience with our late start. And we are well on our way now. I do want to request, it is very tempting to whistle along with our whistlers, but our judges are right there in the middle of the room, and they want to make sure they're judging the people on top and not the excellent people that are in the audience. So we will try to do a little group song at the end of the night. So just keep it to yourself for a few little minutes, and we'll all join in on a whistling song at the end of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch Hyder.
All right, hi everybody. We're about ready to begin the competition. Let me introduce the judges to you. They're on your program, but we have Stan Loken. Yeah, Jerry Olson. No, I'm sorry, I got the musicians going. Let me back up here. I thought that didn't sound familiar. Susan Larson, Carla Jamie Perez, Pete Strobel, and Teresa Presente. Those will be our judges. Now we begin the competition with a whistler from Japan. We have whistlers here from 3 countries, by the way. Our first Japanese whistler is Ryosuke Takeuchi from Tokyo. He is going to do Mas Que Nada by Jorge Ben. Ryosuke? Domarigato Rioski. Thank you. We took a Latin holiday there with whistling. I think of whistling as a holiday for lips that we can celebrate every day, everywhere. Now, we have our next whistler is, by the way, we have whistlers here from 7 different states today. Ryan O'Dowd is our next whistler. He's here from Baden, Pennsylvania, and he is going to do a John Williams tune called Cantina Band. Cantina Band. How many remember the cantina scene in Star Wars? Sound familiar? Okay. Now we have coming up, David Santucci is next. He is from Garden Grove, Pennsylvania. No, Garden Grove, California. And he's going to do a Rolling Stones piece called Beast of Burden. David.
How are y'all doing out there? All right. Pick it up a little bit. A little more. Thank you. And judges, please remember that dancing is not part of the judging criteria. Thank you.
Well, I don't know if any of the Rolling Stones are whistlers, but one of the Beatles is definitely a great whistler. Check out, if you haven't heard, Paul McCartney's album called Kisses on the Bottom. He does some great whistling on that album. Anybody heard it or have it? Nope. Take a listen. All right. Thanks, David. Now, our next performer is going to be Max Saltarelli. He's from Los Angeles. Oh, got some fans here. And he is going to do I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston hit written by Dolly Parton. Max? He went off with a big smile on his face. That was great to see. Now, when you get home, don't do it here, but when you get home, click on the mastersofwhistling.com, and lots of things on there you can find out. You don't have to do it right now, but there are bios on there of the whistlers and the judges. There's links with other whistling websites, such as the Oral Whistle, that's out of Canada, but you can also order a CD or a DVD, and if you want, CD and a DVD of the event tonight. So mastersofwhistling.com, check it out, and there's lots more past this evening. Now, we have another whistler here from Japan, Makiko Mizuno. She is here from Yokohama, and she is going to do a tune called Mime Shikte. And this is by a Japanese group called the Golden Bomber. The song means, the title means, I'm like a girl, and Makiko says this is a very good song for exercising with the music. Don't get up and do any exercises just yet, though. Makiko?
It's me. Thank you very much. This means that I hold. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't notice. Were you all up exercising? I was backstage. Wanting to, I hope. We're very fortunate to have whistlers come from Japan, and very popular in Japan, whistling. There are whistling societies, whistling teachers, and next year in July there will be the international concert in Japan. I'll give you more details on that. International competition. Well, our next whistler, Francesco Bonifazi, is here from Fort Collins, Colorado, and he's going to do an Irving Berlin tune called Blue Skies.
You're my man, right? go through the head.
Thank you. Well, Blue Skies, written by Irving Berlin, that was sung by Al Jolson in the first talking movie in America. But a little bit of whistling history, Al Jolson whistled in that first talking movie. He whistled Toot Toot Tootsie. So that's one bit of whistling history. The first talking cartoon by Walt Disney was called Steamboat Willie, and Mickey Mouse whistled in that. He whistled Turkey in the Straw. A little bit of esoteric information about the history of whistling. Now we have George Oldfield is here from Riverside, California, and he is going to do a piece by Hector Villalobos called Brazil. Well, some of you might know, of course, that George whistled that in Portuguese, Brazil. How many are here this evening who did not come earlier in the day? Any new people? Oh, very good. And how many of you have never heard a performing whistler before? Excellent. You will never hear whistling again the same way, I guarantee it. You will leave the room whistling and you will be forever changed as far as whistling is concerned. I know that's true. Next whistler here, Molly Lewis, is from Los Angeles, but she is an Australian. So we count her as one of our international whistlers. And Molly is going to do a Patsy Cline tune entitled So Wrong. Molly?
Hello. Okay. That's,
Very nice. The program says that we're not going to have an intermission, but what we are going to do is when we finish the session with the band, we're going to have a brief intermission before we come back with the final three pieces, which are the self-accompaniment. And then after the self-accompaniment, we'll have trophies and some other closing songs and activities. So that's our intermission set up at this time. And our next whistler is here from New Orleans, Terry Rappold. Do we have any Janis Joplin fans in the audience by chance? Oh. Terry is honoring Janis Joplin tonight with a tune. Did anyone besides me ever see her live in a performance? I have never experienced such an electrified room as being in a room with Janis Joplin performing. Terry is going to do a tune made popular by Janis Joplin called Me and Bobby McGee. Terry Rappold.
Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Janice, tribute to Janice. Thank you, Terry. Never heard whistling like this, I'm sure. I still remember going to the first contest in 1977, hearing someone get up in front of an audience and whistle. I've never forgot it. Our next whistler from Japan, Yasunori Okuno, and he is from Saitama. He is going to do a tune called Rosenkranz, and it is written by Masaki Hamuzo. So, Yasunori.
To tell the truth, I don't need any breath as long as I am whistling. So would you please pay attention to my breath and difference of my breath from other whistlers? So, okay. Thank you so much.
I think of whistling as a wordless, windy aria, an eloquent, airy air. That's what whistling is. Our final whistler in the, no, I take that back, second from the last, is Steve Herbst. He's here from New York, and he is going to do Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz, Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg.
Thank you.
One historic whistling note about Over the Rainbow, when Harold Arlen was writing the lyric, Harold Arlen, he had a dog named Titan, and he used to call his dog like this. No, I think it was the composer, Harold Arlen. He called his dog like this. So when he wrote the song, he included that into the song, as you know, at the beginning and at the bridge and at the end. So whistling is very much part of Over the Rainbow. Now, if you want to make a note of this, I want to tell you about there's an international whistling contest in Japan. Get your tickets now. The date is July 15 through 17, 2016, and you can read all about it eventually on whistling.jp. So just keep that in mind for the future. There will be information on there, whistling.jp. Before, we have one more performer here in the competition, and then we're going to have about a 15-minute intermission. I want to remind you to come back after the intermission, because we've got the 3 self-accompaniment whistlers, and we've got lots more. We've got more going on. We've got some showcase whistling, presentation of trophies, and some special awards to give. So while you're out there for the intermission, I find out that you can order CDs and DVDs at our ticket counter or on the website mastersofwhistling.com. And Carole suggests that you like us on Facebook and all of your social media at Masters of Whistling. So, with all that in mind and things to look at out in the lobby for intermission, we come to the last whistler in the competition, and that is going to be Eric Gradman, here from Los Angeles. He's going to close out this part of the competition with a Stevie Wonder tune called Sir Duke.
Thank you very much.
There's a great way to end that competitive section. We've got three more whistlers after intermission, the self-accompaniment. Let's have an intermission. We're going to begin with Francesco Bonifazi. He is here from Fort Collins, Colorado. He is going to do a tune by Duke Ellington and Billy Strayhorn called Take the A-Train. Francesco.
Can anybody name this late artist? Yes. Man, I apologize it's hot in here, but some of the music's pretty hot too, so. It's hot in here. Yeah, so I'm Francesco, I'm from Colorado. Come to a show out in Colorado if you're ever out there. Take the A Train harkens back to the days of the great trains. And I don't mean Caltrain, I mean Caltran, whatever you guys call it here. I mean the beautiful whistles, the duotone whistles, three-tone whistles that signal the train is a-comin'. Is that loud enough?
We have Laura Lufsgarden here from Los Angeles, and she is going to do a song that was made popular by the Hanson Boy Band, and this is called Bop. A beautiful combination, the auto harp and the whistling. Thank you, Laura. One more person in the, let's say it in Japanese. Hikifuki, that's correct. Wonderful, or self-accompaniment. And that's going to be from Japan, Ryosuke Takeuchi. And he is going to do that popular song from Frozen entitled Let It Go. Ryosuke. all I can say is that's whistling. Day and night. And it all comes from the birds. Often when I do a program with kids especially, I ask them, instead of doing clapping, they can all do the sign for bird, which is this. So it's fun sometimes when I finish a program and no sound except a little bit of this. All right, the band's in place because Carole Ann Kaufman is going to do one more tune for you with the band tonight. Carole Ann Kaufman, the director and instigator of this event.
Thank you so much. I want to applaud you. And as I've said many times today, I love to perform, but it's a lot more fun with an audience, right? I've already heard all my songs. So, can we give it up for the band one more time right here? Yeah. We have Stan, we have Rick. Raise your hand, Rick. Clarence and Jerry. Absolutely amazing. Just for your information, we had a few hours of rehearsal yesterday, and that's it. That's how great these performers are and these whistlers are. And that's what we're here to say at the Masters of Musical Whistling World Premiere Live Band Division. That is why we have designated these people as masters, because it takes mastery to do impromptu, it takes mastery to work with a live band. Some of these performers have never performed with a live band, and I'd make a bet you wouldn't know which it was. So I'm just so filled with love and appreciation and pride. And this is just a wonderful event. And there's so many special people in my life and so many surprise guests. And it's just awesome is what it is. And I'm going to just have a quick sip of water before I start, because I got a little nervous staring at all these beautiful faces. Okay, I lied. I wasn't nervous. I was thirsty. But anyway, it makes me seem more, normal. All right. In the vein of this modern culture that I'm creating inside of my whistling career now, of course, there was no career before the International Whistlers Convention, and I was crowned a winner, right? And there's something interesting I learned about our culture, and I think most cultures, when people hear that somebody else said that you're the best, interestingly enough, they think you're the best too. And so there's something very interesting that happens when you receive an award, right? So the first time I went to the Whistlers Convention, I was a whistler, right? I came back 3 days later and I was an amazing whistler. So that was kind of interesting, and that's something that's very special, and why competition is important is because it's a way to recognize people, and it is something that helps us all see, experts have said that you're amazing. So now I sort of understand where you are in the, in the levels. And so I'm just so happy to be here, and let's stop the talking and start some whistling. We're gonna do a little Chandelier by Sia. Anyone know that one here? Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you so much. So I do need to make an acknowledgement, and then we're going to have a little more Mitch, and we're going to find out who our judges say is the best whistler in the world that's present here today. And I'm pretty excited, and I know our whistlers are. Mom, can you raise your hand? Okay, that lady right there. Happy birthday, Mom. Yep. I just want to acknowledge my mother, wonderful mother, who always encouraged me to be creative. And when I spray painted my hair silver in junior high, she said, "You look cool." And when I said, "Hey, Mom, I want to do improv," she said, "Here's some money." And so thank you, Mom. We all, appreciate you. Yeah. Hey, Mitch, do you think you might be able to whip up a little song for my mom right now? And I have an idea. Let's do something, I don't know, a little different. Maybe you guys know it, probably not. Let's do a group song. I'm going to call it Happy Birthday. So if you can whistle, why don't you join us? Oh, sorry. I'll take your...
Mom, you better stand up for this. Everybody. Yeah, guys. Honey. One more. Another birthday person.
And George's daughter's birthday too, right there.
Birthday people, stand up, please. Okay, you're in the whistling mood. An easy one for whistling. You Are My Sunshine. Let's whistle along. It's going to be a nice up-tempo, easy one to do. Ready? G, G. Everybody. This side only. That side, Terry. This side. Okay. Very good. I'd like to do one of my favorite whistling tunes, and this is from Pinocchio. Jiminy Cricket sang and whistled this to Pinocchio. It's called Give a Little Whistle. You have a little part. When I sing Give a Little Whistle, when I say just yell, you yell Jiminy Cricket's name. So here we go. It goes like this. Let's see. When you get in trouble and you don't know right from wrong, see, give a little whistle. Give a little whistle. And when you meet temptation and the urge is very strong, give a little whistle. Give a little whistle. Not just a little squeak, pucker up and blow. And if your whistling's weak, you just yell. Take that straight and narrow path, and if you start to slide, give a little whistle. Give a little whistle. And always let your conscience be your guide. Back to the middle. Not just a little squeak, pucker up and blow. And if your whistling's weak, what do you yell? Yeah, take that straight and narrow path. If you start to slide, give a little whistle. give a little whistle, and always let your conscience be your guide. Like to do a tune here. What we're doing here is I'm performing for you, but we're giving the judges time to finish their deliberations, and then we'll come back for the final part of the program. So, another one, let me do another one with a similar theme of liking to whistle. And this was from an old Deanna Durbin movie called Mad About Music, and the song is called I Love to Whistle. It goes like this. It's easy to be gay if you just try. Well, here's a simple way. If you'll do as I love to whistle because it makes me merry, makes me feel so very. I love to yodel everywhere I go. Oh, early to bed, early to rise, makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. But I know a thing that's true, a whistle is so good for you. I love to whistle, troubles don't come near me every time you hear me. Early to bed, early to rise, makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. But I know a thing that's true, a whistle is so good for you. I love to whistle, troubles don't come near me every time you hear me. Thanks, guys, for joining.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch Hyder, all the way from Eugene, Oregon. Yes. It's no surprise that, yes, he is a former world champion and still a champion in all of our books.
And may I mention, I am the only whistler to have done a duet with Bertha the harmonica-playing elephant.
Oh, really? Okay. All righty. I tried to come up with a pun, but I didn't have that. I'm going to invite all of our whistlers who participated today, whether you were in this round or not, please come on up here. Could we give Liz a hand? I want to tell you first what she does. Hold on. The trophies this is whatever. Liz is the one responsible for making sure that we had judging sheets and scoring sheets and making sure the mathematical theorems were correct so that the proper winners that our judges decided actually got created. So give it up for Liz, please. Yeah. And you can give it up for Liz's hair because I'm a hairstylist, so she has the genetics, I have the talent, so wow. Curtis Kennard right here. Can we give him a hand? Yes. Thank you, Curtis. He's been my liaison. Curtis, we're He has just absolutely been the oil that has greased this machine. So thank you, Curtis. Judy Lawyer is in the back. She's the one that took your tickets. Linda Hamilton, Spero Anthony on our soundboard, Erica and Joe Beck in the back making things happen. Dirk, thank you so much. LA Party Works, the Pasadena Weekly, who put us on the cover. Wow. And all the other media. I know that's the reason some of you are here. Of course, the Ahiah Center, the contestants. Thank each and every one of you. I can't even express. I can, but I'll start crying, and it'll be, not embarrassing, but it'll just take time. So let's move on. And, of course, my audience. I just can't say it enough. You are the ones that really make it possible, and thank you for making all of our dreams come true. I want to thank very much, Max and Nathan Schwant as well, and Willie, who is here. Stan Loken, please raise your hand and give it up for Stan. Thank you. Clarence Robinson. Jerry Olson on the drums. And, of course, Rick Zuniger. Thank you. All right. Without any further ado, we're going to welcome our live band division winners. Third place, Francesco Bonifazi. Our second place winner, Yasunori Okuno. And I need to tell you a little bit about how my first place goes. At the International Whistlers Convention, they always had a men's and a women's division because over the years, people encouraged women not to whistle for about the last 50 years. And my mission is to erase that from the planet such that whistling and artistry and self-expression, whatever you want to do, is for everybody. And I really have taken that to heart. And so today I've created something very special that I have two first place winners. I'm going to announce my top scoring male and my top scoring female. And the reason is of what I described to you earlier, that when we make sure that everybody is represented amongst winners, that the best of the best that represent all the people that are out there, that's how we make a difference, that young women learn from young women and young men learn from both mothers and fathers. So we need to get more women whistling, more people whistling, and expressing themselves with whatever is their heart. That's why I've created two first place winners so they can go out and say, yeah, I'm a winner. And I think it makes a difference. So I'm going to, thank you. Yeah. And so I'm going to announce my first place male winner for this division, Eric Gradman. Great job, Eric. Well deserved. My first place female winner, Molly Lewis. All right, third place self-accompaniment division. We're going to go with Laura Lofsgarden. Congratulations. Bop. Awesome. Second place winner, Lyoski Takeuchi. Congratulations, Lyoski. There should be one more of these somewhere, and I don't need, perfect, thank you, we're fine. And it's a lot of mystery who's the first place self-accompaniment winner. I need to check my notes again. Francesco Bonifazi, congratulations. Awesome. Alrighty. Now, we have an extra couple of special things I want to announce. Just set those up here. Is Lydia here? Is Lydia still here? She is here. Oh my gosh. Did anybody hear a KNX interview? Raise your hand. Okay, lots of people. KCRW perhaps, Star News, all over. You saw Masters of Musical Whistling in the World, right? That's because of Lydia. How do I say your even last name? I have no idea. Lydia. Lydia, could you do me a favor and come on up here and accept your award? I'd like to tell you what this says. This is the Masters of Musical Whistling International Festival Award in recognition of your invaluable service and contribution to the promotion of musical artistry. Thank you. Our world champion. And our world champion, this is this big fancy trophy that I ordered, and be sure to come take a look at it because I spent hours, deciding what to make and all these stars. And what the world champion represents is the top cumulative scores of 2 rounds, right? So not just one division, but actually 2 divisions. And Liz here did all the math, I have no idea. But she made sure that we figured out who our top winner was, who's going to represent the world champion out there in the world. And before we get there, I just want to tell you very quickly about this special award that I created. It's called the Alan DeHart Award. And you've heard a lot today about the International Whistlers Convention. And for 43 years, Alan DeHart pretty much did it all on his own with a very small team out in the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, and managed to make something that lasted throughout the years and has created all of this for all of us. And it's really spectacular, so it's totally my honor to create an award in his honor. And this is what the award says. It's the Alan DeHart Award, the Whistling Artist of the Year, expanding the awareness, enjoyment, and respect of musical whistling as a fine art. And Alan DeHart most certainly has done that. And he has been made aware of his award, and he definitely sent message to say congratulations to all of you and just to thank us for keeping the tradition going. And so, of course, he couldn't be here, but I thought, let's go ahead and have our first Alan DeHart Award. And my team and I, we really looked and we said, there's so many whistlers, and many of who right here are making a difference in the world for artistry, for whistling, for people. And this is not about whistling. This is about artistry and expressing yourself, whatever it is. Before today, some of you didn't have any respect for whistling, and I'm guessing that you have some respect now, and you have some enjoyment, and you have some awareness. That's what this is about. So thank you all very much. Yeah. So it just so happens that the recipient of this award is here tonight. And so I'd like to recognize the
This award goes to Ryosuke Takeuchi from Japan, creator of the Japanese whistling events.
Ryosuke and his family have supported me. They have absolutely been encouraging me to continue this, even when I wanted to drop out. So thank you. They are my role models. They create the most incredible whistling conventions and competitions in Japan, and they're part of this forward motion. So it's just my honor to be able to recognize him for what he's done. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And so I want to announce our world champion, Yasunori Okuno. You're the world champion. Congratulations. Yes. Yes. Jerry. Guys, we're going to do summertime right now.
Join us. This is summertime.
Thank you so much for being a part of world history. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you.